Good evening. Gong Shi Fa Cai. Happy New Year. I'm Daphne Kwok, AARP's Vice President of the Office of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion for the Asian American Pacific Islander audience. Our work focuses on bringing AARP's important information for our life journey as we age to all of you and your families. Another part of our work, especially our AARP state offices, is to be in community. Tonight, as we kick off the Year of the Snake, I'm pleased to invite you on a truly informative journey that takes us into the heart of Chinatowns throughout the United States and how AARP is partnering in communities. Welcome to AARP Presents Chinatown Stories, a virtual tour of America's Chinatowns. This series illustrates the importance and value Chinatown serves their residents, especially our elders, and serve as a cultural hub drawing diverse visitors. The first Chinatown being showcased is Philadelphia's Chinatown. Now, on a personal note, I'm so glad that Philadelphia is first. Not that I had anything to do with it, but because my life journey actually began in Philadelphia with the marriage of my parents and that I was born in Philly. Throughout its history, Philadelphia Chinatown has faced numerous challenges. One example is a historic Vine Street, which dates back to 1682. That's a long time ago, when it was part of Philadelphia's original street plan, laid out by William Penn and Thomas Home. For many years, Vine Street served as a northern boundary of the city and was a bustling hub of activity lined with theaters, saloons, and townhomes. In 1871, the Chinatown was established. Fast forward about 100 years, in the 1960s, the construction of the Vine Street Expressway dramatically altered the landscape, splitting Chinatown into two and causing significant disruption to the community. The community has persevered to keep Chinatown intact, connected, and vibrant. Now, the major project to keep the Chinatown intact, connected, and vibrant is the Vine Street Cap, also known as the Chinatown Stitch, an ambitious project that seeks to bridge the physical community divide created by the expressway. This project involves constructing a cap over a portion of the Vine Street Expressway, creating new spaces for parks, open areas, and commercial and residential buildings. The goal is to reconnect the north and south sides of Chinatown, fostering a more cohesive and vibrant community. This film illustrates how AARP Pennsylvania and one of its Chinatown community partners, the Philadelphia Chinatown Development Corporation, PCDC, is an example of coming together on the Chinatown Stitch project to keep the community intact, connected, and vibrant. But first, let's put the spotlight on the YeShi Chinatown Night Market, which has been an annual event since 2011, and which AARP Pennsylvania has been a proud sponsor of since day one. And I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to attend the night market a few years ago, and it was energizing. It's a symbol of tradition, community, and culture, attracting more than 20,000 attendees and 60 vendors each year. Through food, community, and personal stories, we'll witness the vibrant pulse of Philadelphia's Chinatown, a place where history is actively celebrated and passed on to future generations. I encourage you to approach this tour not only as an exploration of a physical place, but as an exploration of the power of community and what happens when resilience and determination are at the heart of every decision, partnership, and plan forward. And as you watch, I hope you'll carry with you a deeper appreciation for the places and the people that make our cities and our communities richer, more vibrant, and more inclusive. Thank you again for joining us, and let's dive into Chinatown Stories, Philadelphia's YeShi Chinatown Night Market. Enjoy tonight's event.
Welcome to the Chinatown Market. Our market was awarded the 5th best cultural event across America in 2024. We're excited to host this 11th annual night market here in Chinatown.
We are so happy to be here today with you all. We love Chinatown. We have loved working with all of the organizations and the businesses and the people who live in Chinatown here in our Philadelphia neighborhood. I just can't tell you how excited we are to see this festival thrive. It's very symbolic for Chinatown, and it's a real success.
When it first started, the night market was small. It was probably a block long, had a few vendors, and then over the years, it's just grown. People have heard about the night market. Their vendors want to get involved, and it's not just vendors in Chinatown, it's vendors throughout the city. The night market is looking at the culture of Philadelphia and the experience, whether it be food, whether it be a taco truck, an Asian fusion truck that's out there giving the food, whether it be the people making things and selling their cultural wares, whether it be shirts, jewelry. They're on the street, they're proud of what they're doing, and they're able to show that.
Yeah, this market has been really wonderful so far. It has been super fun seeing all of the people out here. I'm actually a local artist in this area. I have lived here just outside Chinatown in Callow Hill for the past 4 years. I walk through here every day, eating the buns, eating all of the good food.
I'm a senior, and this gives me an opportunity to get out here. And doing this kind of keeps you young, because you're dealing with a lot of young people. We sell sunglasses, and we sell a lot of Grateful Dead shirts, because we find there are a lot of Grateful Dead fans, and they're seniors, a lot of them.
It's really great to see the Asian part, but also the diversity of Philadelphia. You know, like we saw some hip hop dancers, African American girls on stage.
And we want to allow people that can come in from the region, people probably in the suburbs that have never experienced Chinatown before, never experienced the cultural diversity, to be able to come into the city one night over a 4-hour period every October and experience what the city of Philadelphia, what its people have to offer, and then hopefully going back and realizing that, you know what, diversity is a good thing, and we enjoy to be able to understand different cultures, different people, and all one family here in the United States, in Philadelphia, in the region.
I think it's really wonderful that there's a space in Chinatown for artists to be able to sell their art, and it helps us reach the customers that we want to reach. So I really enjoy vending at places like this.
Well, we were actually at the first one, so this is our second time coming back, and we love it. You can see how great the vibrant community is here. People from all different places, from Philadelphia, outside Philadelphia. We met people coming from out of town, like Utah, Virginia, and so it really does bring people of all different backgrounds and color together.
I think it's amazing, actually. Like, the foot traffic is it's crazy. Like, a lot of people, you see different ethnicities here, and it's very diverse in my opinion.
What makes this place authentic is you have families here. It's not just young professionals. You have little kids and you have elders here. So if you walk on the street, you see the variety and diversity of the community by age as well, which is really important. I think that signifies to people that it's welcome to be here. You don't have to be a young professional, or you can have a family here, or you can age in place here. Getting those messages across that AARP does for us and support, giving us sometimes voice to elevate Chinatown as a place is really important, and they've been very supportive, for example, of our Chinatown Night Market and creating a sense of place that this is a great place to be. That has been a really important message to people out there, that they see the value of Chinatown from some of the events that we have, but also from all the people that live here.
We became a part of the evolution of the Chinatown Night Market. From its beginnings into what it is now, that we showcase how the multicultural businesses here in the city of Philadelphia, powered by Chinatown and led by PCDC, it actually showcases the power of the economic growth of the city, because it's a diverse party for everyone to join in.
Oh, it's a great crowd. It's great to see the community come together for the night market. I'm actually down here to support my nephew, who was part of the Philadelphia Suns. He was doing the line dance parade earlier tonight.
It's my first time. My friends clearly brought me out here. It's a lot of people. It looks very nice, energetic. Energy is real high. Food looking real good. Just had a funnel cake, and I'm excited.
Great, the performance is great, the food is great. Having a fun night in the Chinese culture.
So there's a lot of cool things. We just looked up this restaurant and saw that it was 3 Michelin stars, a little hidden gem, which is pretty cool. And yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff to see and do here. So that's why we came out.
This is my childhood area. This is where I grew up. And it's a very close-knit community that it's has a lot of history behind it.
So definitely really enjoying the music scene and everything. Also, the food scene's great. It's great to be out with friends and like really enjoying the vibe and everything.
So I've never been to the night market before. I'm actually new to the area. So me and my daughter and her friends and my girlfriend, we came down, brought my dog, and just wanted to get some yummy food.
We didn't expect it to be this large. Food trucks, art, jewelry, all things that, you know, we all are interested in seeing. We love coming down here anyway for the food. This was just a pleasant surprise with my daughter and her friend who does art. And to really see her talent, to see them, to be outside, streets open, is even better.
Chinatown is very important, not just to the city of Philadelphia, but also to the state and the country as a whole. We at AARP make sure that Chinatowns here in Philadelphia and across the country are thriving, are vibrant, and most importantly, the people. The people make up Chinatown, and we are happy to be a part of that.
Looking at Chinatown here in Philadelphia, I grew up outside of New York City. Going into Chinatown in New York City in the 70s, it was vibrant, there was a lot going on. And then over in the 80s and 90s, just seeing it really shrink, at least the New York Chinatown. So I was expecting the same thing here. When I first came to Philadelphia, I was thinking seeing a very small Chinatown, maybe a street or two. But I was pleasantly surprised when I came in here, just seeing the size of the Chinatown, engagement, the energy level, it's vibrant. The restaurants, the people, the culture is just amazing. It's only growing, and it's going to continue to grow.
I was born and raised in Chinatown. So this is my community, it's my home. I love the people in Chinatown. That's the most wonderful thing, is the people in Chinatown, and when I walk down the streets, I can smell the aroma of the cooking coming out of the kitchens of the restaurants. Philadelphia Chinatown was established in 1871 when the first laundry business opened up in Chinatown on Race Street. And so we've been around for over 150 years now, a long time. And since that time, our Chinatown has grown and expanded. We are probably half-a-mile radius right now for Chinatown.
Philadelphia Chinatown is the culture hub of Philadelphia region. Since I'm here for 40 years, and I can see the Chinatown is keep on growing. Let's compare other cities' Chinatown. I think Philadelphia is the best Chinatown in U.S.
A lot of Chinatowns are right at the edge of the city, as this one is, but Philadelphia has survived and thrived because you have organizations out there that are really supporting community growth and development. And having those strong community assets really helps the community has helped the community survive a lot of hardship. And the other unique component about it is Philadelphia is a unique place because it's a city of neighborhoods, and it's an affordable place. So a lot of people want to come here as a place to start as new immigrants.
Reminds me of how I was when I was little growing up. So it's always inviting and so nice to see so many people, coming together and, celebrating the culture and the festival and, unity together.
We're really blessed to be assigned here in Chinatown with all the great food and great grub and the community. The community looks after us, they take care of us. We appreciate them and they really appreciate us in return. And it's a packed house tonight.
So we've been doing this 11 years. We want to do another 11 years.
So PCDC was formed in 1966, that's 58 years ago. And it was formed by just residents in the neighborhood that really cared about Chinatown. The biggest threat at that time was the Vine Street Expressway. The federal government was proposing to put I-676 right through our Chinatown community, proposed to take away the Holy Redeemer Church and school and houses all along the stretch of Vine Street to make room for the highway. And I think the residents at that time were smart enough to understand is that when the government takes away your church and school, the only school at that time for Chinatown, then the rest of the community just collapses. So we had a handful of residents that organized other residents. They actually organized the elders of Chinatown, who were the leaders of Chinatown, organized them to fight City Hall. So that's why we were formed, to protect Chinatown, and our mission statement is pretty easy. It's the 3 Ps: protect, preserve, and promote. That's what we do.
Chinatown changed very, very big. 40 years ago, all the house is broken, the windows broken, the doors broken, the walls are falling apart. And today, you compare, you can see all the new business, all the housing be remodeling, and the street is clean, and the lighting is good, and people love to come, and we have all kind of a service.
Chinatown has always been a vibrant community. However, Chinatown is also resilient because they're always faced with challenges. Chinatown was divided into two because of the Vine Street Highway. Now they're trying to expand. Now that they're trying to expand, I can say that I was very, very happy because they came to AARP. They actually requested for AARP for a meeting so that they can share and hear the opinions of AARP and how we can work together. Because the vision is to connect one side of Chinatown into another. And they're trying to build a cap or a stitch, as they call it, so that it will be safe for the 50 plus and above to cross the highway, so that there will be an expansion of housing, so there will be a park on top of this cap. And with those challenges, at least with our partnership, we can work together, carry their voice, and actually fill that need, because they need a voice. And we hope that in this partnership, both PCDC and AARP will succeed.
Right now, the Asian American population, or the Chinese population, has been shrinking over time a little bit in Chinatown and growing in places like Northeast Philadelphia and South Philadelphia, similar to what has happened in other places, other Chinatowns, like DC and New York, where you have places like Flushing, and that has become another secondary Chinatown. But as long as we have the really strong cultural institutions here, and a place to be able to grow so that we can have affordable housing and jobs for people in the core, I think that it will continue to thrive. But we do need help. We do need the city to support us. We need to make sure that if there's land available to build some new housing, that we can get that. Are there programs that we can call upon and create opportunities out of what could be considered a crisis for some? So we call on our friends like AARP and others out there to help us to get through these challenging times.
As much as I love Chinatown here, Chinatowns are facing significant challenges across the country. Number one, immigration patterns have changed. So an immigrant arriving in America doesn't have to stop in Chinatown as his first destination. There's other neighborhoods that immigrants can live in and find work in. The second thing is Chinatowns are being, invaded by urban development, big development projects that are coming into our Chinatowns. And this is causing a lot of gentrification pressures, meaning it's increasing the cost of living in Chinatown, making it less affordable. It's also increasing the cost of rents, so it's more difficult for small businesses to operate. Well, there's only one Chinatown in this Philadelphia region, and it's unique because we have 5,000 people that live in a really concentrated area. We have almost 200 businesses, and it's completely authentic Asian businesses. And you can't find that anywhere else, not like this in Chinatown. So in one sentence, we can tell somebody that our Philadelphia Chinatown is on the 11th most endangered places list for 2023. And then they get it. In one sentence, they say, oh, we understand that Chinatown is vulnerable to disappearing. How can we help? Yep, that's Catholic Church. You get this entire block covered, and half this block is covered. This is where the Reading Viaduct connection ends.
We, AARP, as well as John Chin with Philadelphia Chinatown Development Corporation, have been working with federal elected officials to be able to get some dollars to come in to what we're calling, I call it a capping, but they're calling it stitching. It's going to take quite a few years to do this, probably about 5 to 7 years. But when it's complete, it's going to allow Chinatown to be able to expand north within the city of Philadelphia.
And the vision always has been to figure out how we grow and expand Chinatown across the Vine Street Expressway and grow the residential population and grow the business commercial corridor. So these are really important aspects of Chinatown, because successful Chinatowns, when you look across the country, have 3 components. Number one, a successful commercial corridor where entrepreneurs can open up small businesses and support their immigrant families. Number 2, a growing residential population that supports the businesses and also serves as a sanctuary for Chinese immigrants and Asian immigrants to protect them from racism outside. And the third component of our Chinatowns, which is probably the most fun, is that we're a hub of cultural destination. And then we provide authentic programming and celebrations in Chinatown. So with that, the vision and the plan is we grow Chinatown in an authentic way where it embraces all 3 roles that Chinatown serves. We have a strong economy that creates jobs and small businesses. We have a residential community where families can live and go to school at peace. And number 3 is we are really the go-to place to celebrate culture here in Philadelphia. We've done everything together. So one of the biggest events that we have in Chinatown that we produce each year is the Chinatown Night Market.
We want to make sure that the culture and the people of Chinatown stay the way it is. And that's what I'm hearing on a constant basis when I'm talking to the leaders here in Chinatown. Their commitment and their passion is wonderful because of what we see in John Chin, what we see in PCDC. The commitment to be able to keep Chinatown going and expanding is just huge. And I think they're going to be here for a long time.
Aside from the partying and the celebration, What the night market means to us in the Chinatown community is that our neighborhood is a go-to destination. And when 20,000 people descend upon the Chinatown night market, that tells us something. That tells us that those people who don't live in Chinatown love the night market. They love us for our authentic culture. They love us for our partying atmosphere. And they love us for the food, obviously. And we're just so thankful for AARP's sponsorship and support of this event, because without them, the night market doesn't happen. Chinese folk dancers can't get on stage. Singers of Chinese language can't be singing to a crowd. So it's a fun, exciting night, but it doesn't happen with great partners like AARP.
And AARP always helping Chinatown activity like night market and other activity. Oh, I hope Chinatown first survive, second thrive, and keep on develop. And understand Chinatown is not just for the old generation. The Chinatown is for the future to make it as like a culture hub. So it's for everybody. It's for the people surrounding Philadelphia.
Thank you all for joining us today for the first segment of AARP's Chinatown Stories. We hope you enjoyed this immersive journey through Philadelphia Chinatown's rich history and vibrant culture, and got a chance to see AARP Pennsylvania in action. As you heard, AARP Pennsylvania is giving voice to the community. As we explored the stories and experiences of this historic community, we hope you felt a deeper connection to the past and a greater appreciation for the present. Ready to join us for the rest of the series, visiting different parts of the U.S. and covering more stories and issues confronting the Chinatowns? I sure am. Stay tuned for more details on our upcoming events, and don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences with us. Thank you. 谢谢, and see you again soon.